Alright guys, so this is a new series I want to do called Club Review. So basically I'm just going to pick a club in the Premier League and sort of review how they're doing in sort of recent past few months. Not too far back obviously. So without further ado, let's get into it. So, over the past few months, Man City have just been on a ridiculous winning run of, I don't even know how many games. It's like, I think it's 10 games now, it might even be 11, where they've just gone on a run of, I've got the list here. Man United, Everton, West Ham, Aston Villa, Watford, Wolves, Leeds, Newcastle, Leicester, Brentford, Arsenal. 11 games they've won in a row in the Premier League. That is just amazing. They've only lost twice so far this season to Crystal Palace at home, which was a very disappointing result, and also to Tottenham away on the opening day of the season. So, yeah, form-wise, they're doing incredibly. They're no longer in the League Cup because they did go out to West Ham in the fourth round, I think it was, on penalties. And in the Champions League, they have progressed to the round of 16. In a fairly tough group, to be fair. They had PSG, who they lost to, and also beat Leipzig, who again they beat and also lost to, and Club Brugge, who they beat both times. So yeah, form it's just amazing for Man City at the moment. They're just winning pretty much every game they play. It's obviously no secret that Man City have a ridiculous squad. That like the amount of money they've spent on it is just huge amounts. But I've picked out what I think is their best 11 at the moment, but based on each player's current form and how they're performing. So obviously 4-3-3. I've gone with Ederson in goal, Kyle Walker, Ruben Diaz, Aymeric Laporte, and João Cancelo in defence. They all four of them have been solid whenever they play this season. Ederson's been brilliant in goal. Cancelo out of all of them has probably been the pick of the bunch in the defensive line. Then the three in midfield, Rodri, who for me has probably been the best defensive midfielder in the league this season. He scored an absolute screamer against Everton a few weeks ago. Bernardo Silva probably been the best central midfielder in the Prem this season, and Kevin De Bruyne, who over the past 5 years has probably been the best creative midfielder in the world. He didn't have the greatest start to this season, but he looks to be getting on form now. He had a very good game against Leeds a few weeks ago. And up front, this is where it mostly changes for Man City. They change the front line all the time. At the moment, I've gone with Riyad Mahrez, who, is just incredibly consistent for Man City all the time. Gabriel Jesus, who I just think is always very good for Man City. His goal scoring numbers might not be the greatest ever, but the contribution he makes to the team is astounding for Man City. And on the left wing, I've gone with Raheem Sterling over Jack Grealish because I just think Sterling every season, except from that 2018-19 season maybe, I still think he improves pretty much every season, or he adds something new to his game which helps him play better in this Man City team. So yeah, that's what I think the best 11 is at the moment for Man City. Pep Guardiola is just doing a magnificent job at Man City. He has been for probably 4 or 5 years now, pretty much ever since he came to the club. I mean, it started off a bit shaky, but he's just continuing to take this club to new levels. Like this season, people thought after the first month that the title race was going to be between Liverpool and Chelsea. People thought that Man City were going to have an off year for some reason, but Guardiola can just get City on these 10, 11 game winning runs, and like people don't even pay that much attention to them because it's become the norm for Man City now, and yeah, he's just a brilliant manager, and at the moment it looks like he is going to win his fourth Premier League trophy in 5 seasons, which in a league like the Premier League is an incredible achievement. And I think the goal for Guardiola this season's got to be to go one step further in the Champions League from last season and actually win the competition. If they can manage to win the Champions League this season, as well as maintaining their place in the Premier League at the top of it, I think the Guardiola has got to go down as one of English football's great managers. He probably already is, to be fair. With a squad like Man City's, it's not incredibly easy to pick out positions where they need to improve as such, because they've got just ridiculous amounts of talent in most of the positions. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick 3 positions where I feel they could improve and name a player who I have thoughts about who they could sign and who I think would fit in well. So we'll start off with left back. Now this is going to sound a bit funny and a bit like, why on earth would you pick him? But Neil Taylor has had a decent past few months in the Championship, and I think he would fit in well at Man City as just a backup left back, because at the moment it's going well for Man City with João Cancelo at left back and Kyle Walker at right back. But City haven't still actually got a left back who is like, whose best position is a left back. So I've picked Neil Taylor because he's going to be cheap, and also he's going to be more than happy with being a squad player and potentially getting a Premier League medal at the end of the season. And also if he does play, he's a player who's very comfortable in possession and has a lot of Premier League experience already. And then I've also gone with, I think, central midfield. It's actually surprising with Man City because I'm talking about like the number 8 role. Like they've only actually got 3 players who I would say are like top players who are like a number 8. So Bernardo Silva's won this season, De Bruyne has won, and also Ilkay Gundogan. The others, Phil Foden isn't really a central midfielder. He usually plays on the wing for Man City when he does play, and just drifts into the middle. So I've gone with Tanguy and Ndombele because it's clear it's not working for him at Spurs, and they are going to have to sell him at some point. He doesn't look like he's going to be in Antonio Conte's plans moving forward. And he is a very talented footballer. He's very good with the ball at his feet. He's a good dribbler and passer. And as much as he does get this like thing about how he is lazy, I know it's better to judge players on the eye rather than statistically, but he does actually do some work defensively more than people will give him credit for. And finally, I've gone with a striker because they do need a striker because their only option is Gabriel Jesus. It would take them to another level having an elite striker up front for them, which they haven't really had since Sergio Aguero. Jesus is very good. But he's not an elite goal scorer. I think that's fair to say. He's a very good team player though. And also they have just sold Ferran Torres, who looked like he could have been a option as a striker moving forward. So I've gone big. I've gone with Kylian Mbappe because he's one of the best finishers in the world. He's a brilliant dribbler, has tons of pace, and also is quite good in build-up play when he plays for PSG. So yeah, they're the 3 signings I've gone for to improve Man City. So, in summary, Man City are doing very well. They couldn't do much better, to be honest. There's not many ways they could improve, I don't think. So, for a rating out of 10 for how well they're doing at the moment, I'm going to go 9. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.